This is Jeremy J. Today's coaching video is always look to the best in others. So I've noticed something while being a manager where I work during the day. As of doing this video, right now I lead a team of 5 people. That's 5 people. No idea why I just did that with my hand. Each person on my team has a set of strengths and weaknesses, as do we all. And each time I focus on one of those people and what they're not doing or what their weakness is, I actually start to act in a way that breeds more of that behavior from them, or breeds more of that weakness from them. And it's very interesting. The brain is a fascinating thing. What you feed into your brain, it's like one of those gumball machines that you always would ask your parents for a quarter for when you were a kid and they told you no. But for those of you lucky enough to get a quarter and put it in the machine, a gumball would come out. And I think our brains are a lot like the gumball machine, not, of course, a lot more complicated. But what we put in our brain, the thoughts we give it, we tend to act in a way, or the brain directs us in a way that's in accordance with those thoughts. And so when I focus on a team member's weaknesses and they're not doing this, I do things like I am less communicative with them, I don't talk to them, I don't help them with problems, I'm not proactive, I'm not nearly as upbeat and happy as I usually am. And all these things breed more of whatever the weakness is from that team member. But each time I focus on their strengths and focus on what they are doing well. 1, I'm more upbeat and positive because I'm looking at the awesome things that they can do. And 2, they see me being happy and upbeat and positive and complimenting them on their strengths and the good things they're doing, and that causes them to be more proactive and productive. And it's an uncanny exercise. You almost have the ability, when you look to the best in others, you almost have the ability to create reality simply by focusing on the good and strengths of other people. And there's some people who can do this naturally. They're just born in a good situation where they do this without even realizing they're doing it. They're just naturally upbeat and optimistic and happy and get the best out of people. But some of us, like me, this had to be learned. I had to learn how to do this. After reading the 4 agreements, I realized that people are just giving their best in life, for the most part. I mean, we all have our off days. Whatever's happening with someone, it's because of their life experience, how their brain is processing the present, and what they think they should do right now. And when I'm able to detach myself from the actions of others, both positive and negative actions toward me, I begin to see that everyone's just doing the best with what they know. And that's crucial. I learned that from the 4 agreements, to detach from both the negative and the positive actions of others. You would think that you should just ignore the negative actions and embrace the positive. No, I've learned that you detach from both. You detach from both. And the power of doing that is you are always valuing yourself from within. You're not seeking validation from anyone else. You know your worth. You know what you want, who you are, independent of any kind of compliment or criticism from anyone else. I'm thinking back to the last 3.5 months, both at work and being single and all the experiences I've had. I've met a lot of people, and I've begun to see that everyone has fears, desires, and they have a way that they think things are or things should be for them to be comfortable. It helps me understand that everyone I see walking around, whatever they're doing, they have a view of the world based on their entire life experience and how they're processing the present moment. And it's such a rare thing that someone will do something to you that isn't favorable to you, and they do it because of you personally. It's generally not the case. It's simply that person not liking the circumstance and changing it, and you just happen to be their view of a circumstance. As a leader at work, my role as a manager is to inspire and get the most out of my team members. If I can help them be productive and even be leaders themselves, that's a really good thing. That's what a leader does, is they propagate themselves to other people. And to do that, I just spend a lot of time talking to each of them individually. That's a good way to get the best in someone, is to talk to them individually, show interest in their life. I have a lot of face-to-face communication. Face-to-face communication trumps all other forms of communication. It trumps email, text messaging, phone calls, Skype video calls. It trumps all forms of communication, because you get to see someone and listen to their tone of voice and see their nonverbal movement. It's the best form of communication. And I just listen to them. I listen to my team members. I try to allow them the opportunity to do things. Like, if I see someone on my team doing well, there's nothing that makes me prouder than seeing someone on my team do well. I don't feel threatened at all by any of my team members doing well and better than me. To me, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, is catapulting my team members to success. And if someone on my team went off to become a manager or team leader elsewhere in the company, I'd be ecstatic. I'd miss them on my team, but I'd celebrate their success and their new opportunity. So to see the best in people, to always look for the best in others, focus on what they do well, what is their strength, then look for opportunities for that strength to shine. For you as a person, just be optimistic, have a good attitude, smile, don't fake the smile, like really be happy and engaged in life. Be really encouraging. These are all things that drive people to action toward good and productive things. If you have an ambitious team member, find ways they can lead a project. If you have a hard worker on your team, give them loads of work that they can just crank through, because that's how they're going to be happy. Just watch and listen to people and lead and act accordingly. I can promise, if you always look for the best in others, you're going to find ways to get it. If you look for the worst in others, you're going to find ways to get it. I've learned at this point that what you focus on truly is what you gravitate toward. So there you go. Always look for the best in others. If you'd like to get my help personally, there's a variety of coaching packages available for you to talk to me through phone, email, and Skype. All that's in the description of this video. If anything I've said here has been of value to you, share it with your friends and family, that they can take part in the knowledge in their own life. Tip me like you would someone who's done you a great service, and there's a link to do that in the video description as well. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you next time in the next coaching video.